Cllr Humaira Ali, thanks very much for joining us. You represent London Bridge and West Bermondsey. First of all, could you just explain what London Bridge and West Bermondsey means in terms that people will recognise?
Sure. So our area covers London Bridge across to Tower Bridge, and it's a bit of a dog-leg shape, so it goes down to Long Lane, cross Bermondsey Square, Tower Bridge Road, Bermondsey Street area, Long Abbey Street, and Jamaica Road, Tooley Street, all the way down to the Bricklayers Arms and the Bermondsey Spa area.
And first of all, what's your initial impression as to how local people have been responding to this very, very strange week?
You know, it's absolutely phenomenal. Southwark absolutely has the best residents on the planet. In the space of about 4 or 5 days, the whole of Southwark has divided itself up by ward and started to organise getting leaflets out to people to let them know where to go for help or how to volunteer. People have built websites. People are already starting to get food deliveries through, medicine deliveries. There are businesses coming forward who both need help but are offering help. So in our ward in Bermondsey Street, there's a couple of businesses who've said we're really happy to feed vulnerable people and people who don't have anything. Voluntary organisations are a little bit overwhelmed at the moment, but at the same time, there are pools of volunteers who are saying just send us and we will go and supplement their volunteer base. So people have mobilised really quickly and without argument. It's just amazing.
And tell us a bit about the website londonbridgecommunity.com.
So again, within a very short space of time, people said, right, we need to be able to collate our volunteers, and how do we do that? And rather than just trying to manage it off a spreadsheet, one of our volunteers has put a website together, very similar to another area called Nunhead, where they've built the Nunhead Knox website. So we've built a website there, and it's really simple. You go to this website if you need help, and it's very easy to register. Equally, if you want to volunteer your time, then you can also register there. And in a way, it's a bit like a matchmaking service in terms of somebody needs help, and then we can put you in touch with that person and how to help. And just at this moment in time, there's probably a lot more volunteers than there are people asking for help, but we're expecting things to ramp up over the next 10 weeks.
And sadly, we've already had reports from Southwark Police that people have fallen victims to various scams that have been perpetrated. What's your advice for people as to how they can make sure that we harness what's best in our community and people don't get into those kinds of situations?
Yeah, so firstly, nobody from any of the mutual aid organisations should just be knocking on your door. There should be no cold calling. A, it's not safe because we're supposed to be keeping a distance of at least 2 to 3 metres away from each other. And B, nobody has reason to. The only time there'll be a knock on your door is if it is from somebody who you've actually organised to have a food parcel delivered or something like that. So I think it's just being a bit careful and wise about who you're answering your door to. And secondly, there is one particular scam on the loose at the moment about people going door to door and knocking and offering tests. The government has said that not all of the tests are available yet. That's an absolute scam. Nobody's going to go door to door and offer any tests. So please just be really careful. And it's okay to ask people for some form of identity if you're getting involved with seeking help. And again, if you volunteer, people are using best endeavours at the moment, but we're trying to operate sensibly.
And what's your number one message to your constituents and people in North Southwark more widely as to how what they can do to best effect at this time?
So I'm not somebody who should be giving advice. I would say follow government advice right now. Personally, from what I'm seeing and hearing, I think there are more and more people who are becoming infected. So I would advise to really stay at home unless you really need to go out. Please don't stockpile food. The supermarkets are absolutely capable of supplying food for everybody if you don't stockpile. Unfortunately, we're just seeing empty shelves from day to day. So the number one advice really is really try and stay at home. Don't go out unless you really need to. and then also just try and be sensible around food.
And could you just give the address again of that website for people in your ward?
So if you're in my ward and you either need help or you want to volunteer help, it's www.londonbridgecommunity.com.
Brilliant. Thank you very much.